Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video applies the range rule of thumb to probability distributions. Let's get started. So, we know from a previous mini lecture about the range rule of thumb, and we can use this range rule to estimate what values are usual and unusual within a probability distribution. So, for example, I've been considering this example of with the probability of the number of girls in two births. So, what would be the minimum and maximum usual values of the probability distribution? Well, to get the minimum usual value, we're just going to subtract 2 standard deviations from the mean. And to get the maximum usual value, we're just going to add 2 standard deviations to the mean. Don't worry that this value here is negative. Some students see that and they freak out. There's nothing to freak out about. That's just the way the math works out. And what it's saying is that we don't expect anything less than 0.04 on the negative side to be a usual value. And that's true. I mean, 0 could be a usual value, but anything less than 0 would definitely be unusual. A negative birth, how does that work? Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. So don't worry about the negative there. And again, anything over 2.4, yeah, that would be unusual too, because, I mean, hello, it's 2 births, so not that it's impossible, but, I mean, you could have like twins, but, for one or both of the births, but that's not a usual thing. So would a value of 3 be unusual? Why or why not? Well, we just look at our range there and say, yes, 3 would be unusual because it's greater than 2.4. And of course, the only way to get 3 girls out of 2 births is for one of those births to be twins. Okay, so, the fact that one of those births would be twins, that's a rather unusual event in itself. So that's what makes that number unusual. Let's look at our waffle cone example again. And I'm seriously just craving. I mean, just look at that. Oh, I love it. What numbers of scoops would be considered usual values? Okay. Typically, use the range rule of thumb to find usual values. So let's give that a go here. So first, we're going to take twice the standard deviation. Twice the standard deviation is going to be 2 times 0.863, which is 1.726. And we can get that value from our custom calculator. Notice the 0.863 that we're getting from our custom calculator. That's going to give us the standard deviation. So we just take 2 times that, and that gives us the 1.726. And then we just add that to the mean to get the maximum usual value, which is 4.289. And then subtract 2 standard deviations from the mean for the minimum usual value. That's going to give us 0.837. Again, these numbers are coming directly from that distribution calculator there in StatCrunch. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.